This is the day that the Lord hath made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, God's name is worthy to be praised. I'm Pastor W. Lonnie Herndon, and I want you to get ready for morning meditations as one of our ministers of the gospel shares a word for you today. Listen and be blessed.
Welcome and thank you for tuning into Compassion's Morning Meditation. I am Elder Kim Lee, and my scripture reference for today is coming from Romans 12:10 and 13. And it reads, "Love each other with genuine affection and take delight in honoring each other." Verse 13 says, "When God's people are in need, be ready to help them. Always be eager to practice hospitality." The title of my devotion is, "I'm calling you out to take the love challenge." What is a challenge? A challenge is a call to take part in a contest or competition, especially a duel. When you are in a challenge, you have to fight to win, fight to achieve, or fight to overcome something. A challenge isn't easy because if it was, it wouldn't be a challenge. People have taken on so many challenges, like the weight loss challenge, the ice bucket challenge. You remember that one, right? A marathon challenge, or maybe a prayer challenge. Just recently, I heard about the Benadryl challenge. A large dose of Benadryl induces hallucination. A 15-year-old girl from Oklahoma died in August of an overdose of Benadryl. Let's take on the love challenge. Let's overdose on loving, honoring, helping, and showing hospitality to each other. In Romans 12:10, we are being challenged to love and honor each other. I was wondering why that was even written in the Bible, and why was it written to believers? It's written because we're not doing it. Let's take the lead. Let's outdo each other. Let's put others before ourselves, and let's treat others more important than ourselves. I also believe it is written because we can do it. John 13:35 says, "Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples." Not only should we love and honor each other, we should do it genuinely. Let's not be fake about it. Take pleasure in it. We are commanded to love both believers and unbelievers. We are expected to love the unlovable. We don't get brownie points for loving those who love us. Matthew 4:56 says, "If you love only those who love you, what reward is there for that?" And it goes on to say, even corrupt tax collectors do that. That's what we do. We love those who love us, and that is not a challenge. That is something that is easy. There's no easy way out of that one. We definitely need to show love because these are the same people who we will minister to. No, if we don't love them, they will not receive from us. Loving each other is a perfect way to build healthy relationships. Jesus is a perfect example of love because he is love. He displays his love all the time, when we are at our best and when we are at our worst. It goes on to say in Romans 12:13, when God's people are in need, we should be ready to help them. This verse is short and to the point. You would need help to misunderstand it. There has to be something deep down inside that wants to help others. What's in your heart? Let's not turn our backs on them. Just as we are expected to help our brothers and sisters, we are expected to help strangers. Let's not talk about it, let's be about it. By doing that, it will give us an opportunity to be a witness of God's love and possibly lead them to Christ. Has it ever been a time when you really needed help and someone came through for you? If so, how did that make you feel? I want you to know that that was God making a way for you as He touched the heart of the person who helped you. Has there ever been a time when you were able to help someone but you didn't? How did you think they felt? Maybe I should be asking, how did you feel? I'm not saying we should help everyone every time. A lot of people need help, but it's impossible to help everyone. What I am saying is we should help someone some of the time. And I'm not saying help those who would take advantage of your help, but help those who really need your help. Help those who can benefit from your help. Know that we are blessed to be a blessing. One time or another, we all needed help, and believe me, we will need help again. People don't always need us to help them financially, and that is how we think most of the time. They may need help with food, they may need help with their children, they may just need an encouraging word or a listening ear. They may need to know that we believe in them and we will support them. They may need us to pray for them or speak into their lives. Let's not see people struggling and do not help them. It says in Matthew 25:35-40, "For I was hungry and you fed me. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you invited me into your home. I was naked and you gave me clothing. I was sick and you cared for me. I was in prison and you came to visit me." Then these righteous ones will reply, "Lord, when did we ever see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and we gave you something to drink, or a stranger and show you hospitality, or naked and give you clothing? When did we ever see you sick or imprisoned and visit you?" Now this is what we want to hear. And the king will say, "I tell you the truth. When you did it to one of the least of my brothers and sisters, you were doing it to me." Proverbs 19:17 says, "Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done." Now that's good news. It should be our pleasure to help the less fortunate. Being kind should be its own reward. We should not be kind to be rewarded. We should be kind because we are rewarded. Kindness should be in our hearts. We do not want to know what to do and do not do it, because in James 4:17 says, "Remember, it is sin to know what to do and then not do it." Let's take a look at the second part of Romans 12:13. It says, "Always be eager to practice hospitality." It's really saying always be eager to show kindness. Basically, just be kind. Being kind can be a challenge all by itself. Have you ever met a mean Christian? I know I have. And I tried my best to stay away from them. The reason being is I didn't want to start acting like them. Being mean and being a Christian should not be a part of our lives. Let's surround ourselves around kind and helpful people so we can be like them. and I am still calling you out to take the love challenge. Remember, John 13:35 says, your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. Being kind can mean the world to someone, and it can just be what they need to keep going. We won't lose anything for being kind, but we sure can win a soul. We will reap what we sow. If we are kind, most likely people will be kind to us. So I invite you today to take on the love challenge with me, and let's put our love to action. Let's remember to love each other genuinely, honor each other delightfully, help each other readily, show each other hospitality eagerly. Thank you for tuning into Compassion's morning meditation. We are here every morning at 7 a.m. Tune in and be blessed.